Give me just 1 second. Let me set something up here. While I'm working on this, how about you guys go get a pillow from your bed today? I'm here. Just go grab a pillow from your bed while we all meet on the mat here. Come on in, get settled down. Just trying to set myself up here so I can see us all. Make sure everything's still going. Good. Come on in, guys. Get settled onto your mat. Grab a pillow. We're going to do some light stretching today. So I want you to be prepared to have a little prop to help you out, help stretch you a little farther, maybe get you a little deeper. Okay, I hope you're all there. Hope you're all settling in. Come to the center of your mat. Just trying to get this loaded so I can see what's going on while we do this. Okay, guys, give me 1 more second here. Hopefully I can do that. Good, there it is. Hold on 1 second. Okay, hopefully everybody had enough time to go grab their pillow. Come on in. Hi guys. Welcome to my space. Welcome to my home. Hopefully you all can see me. Hopefully you're all getting settled in, getting onto your mat. I've grabbed myself a little pillow here. So we can use this to kind of help lift ourselves up when we're working through this video, okay? So I want to start today in Shavasana, so go ahead and lay down on your back, feet towards the end of the mat, extend the legs long. Allow the shoulders to come back and relax, lift up that heart space, like take those shoulders and actually tuck them up and underneath that heart space. And then extend those legs out long, allowing everything else in between to just melt into the mat. Drawing those shoulders back and down, allow the palms to be face up. Tuck the chin into the chest slightly. Really lengthen that spine on the mat. One day working to get the length of the neck all the way onto the mat. Good, and just begin to breathe here. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply through that nose. Exhale fully through that nose. Starting to find that breath. Inhaling deeply and fully, filling that belly up with air. Maybe even drawing your palms, one to the heart and one to the belly here. Starting to let everything melt away, just breathe. Good, as you find the breath in and out through the nose, I want you to start to set an intention for your day, maybe for the week even. What is something that you're longing for, something that you're working towards? Maybe you just want some peace of mind. Maybe find a positive statement, such as I am, I have, I do. And start to settle into that statement. Finish that statement with something positive. Good. If you have your hand on your heart, maybe bring your awareness to that heartbeat. Maybe you can even feel that heartbeat in your belly. Good. Still breathing. Nice. Stay here. Breathing in and out through that nose. Good. You guys are doing great. Come back to that intention if you fell out of it. Come back to that breath. Reminding ourselves to breathe in and out through that nose during this practice. Allowing that exhale to take our bodies just a little deeper into the posture. Remembering always to be gentle with your body. Take care. Listen. When the body begins to say things like, "You're stabbing me," or you start to feel those stabbing sensations, back out of the pose just a little bit. You can't go that far today, and that's okay. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Don't worry about then. Worry about right now as you lay here on your mat. Good. Hopefully everybody's taken several deep breaths in and out through that nose, releasing everything, melting everything into the mat. Allowing the eyeballs to hang heavy, let the jaw release, let that tongue come down from the roof of the mouth. Big, deep belly breaths here, starting to open up. And then when you're ready, maybe you start to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Begin waking up those external limbs just a little bit. Start to open the eyes. Maybe a smile appears on your face. Own it. Honor this space that you're in, you guys. You're creating this space for yourself, so you need to honor it. Good. On your next inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. Give me a nice good morning stretch. Point through the toes, reach through the fingertips, maybe flex and point through the toes and flex and point through the fingertips. Really stretching everything out here. Good. Now start to draw the knees into the chest and give yourself a great big hug. Maybe you want to rock it side to side here, releasing any tension in that lower spine. Just let it go. Good. Flex the feet and point the toes. Flex and point. And pull those knees in tight. Nice work, you guys. Gently moving into a happy baby here. So I want you to reach up in between those legs and grab for the knife's edge of the feet. Start to lift up through the soles of the feet, one at a time, extending the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Now you're reaching and extending that tailbone long and drawing the knees down by your sides. Good. Maybe you want to rock it side to side here. We're going to be here a few breaths, so find what works well for you. In our yin practice, a lot of our yin is about holding the poses, allowing us to sink a little deeper with each hold, with each exhale, with each breath. Good. Maybe draw those feet down a little farther. Draw those knees down a little farther. Good. Think about extending the tailbone down. This is going to really increase that stretch through the inner thigh and along the outer edge of that IT band. Good. Eye gazes up to the ceiling. Good. Maybe you turn the corners of your mouth up again and breathe. Just feeling this nice, gentle hip opener here, stretching through the inner thighs. Keep drawing those shoulders back and down towards the mat, trying to anchor those shoulder blades into the mat as you peel down on those feet a little harder. Use those handholds, use those grips that you have here. If this is really intense on the outer edge of your foot or on those fingers, you can even take the palm and place it on the inside arch of the foot, but I really want you to be aware of keeping that foot flat if you're going to grab a hold of the arch, because sometimes it tends to splay the foot out. And that's not what we're working on here. We're working on drawing the knees down by our sides. Good. If you have any movement going on, I want you to stop the movement and start to pull into that foundation, peeling those legs down by your sides, extending the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Good. Eye gaze up, breathe. Couple more breaths here, really starting to feel those IT bands open up. Nice, you guys, breathe. Good work. Inhale deeply. Exhale, pull those legs into the edge. Imagine somebody coming around and pressing into the soles of your feet, pressing your knees down. Use those handholds. Peel them down, peel them down. Good, and gently release. Draw the soles of the feet together, and then use your elbows to begin pressing out on those legs. Drawing those feet closer to the face, really hugging those feet together. Pressing the soles of the feet in and pressing the elbows out. Good, a little counter stretch here. Again, opening up through those inner thighs. Hopefully you guys are all holding up at home. If not, allow this practice to be a rinsing, a washing away of any negativity or any bad feelings that you got going on. Good. Draw the knees into the chest and give yourself a hug. Maybe rock it side to side if you'd like here. Maybe draw the forehead up into the knees. Good. Release that head back and down. And then bring those fingertips to the back side of the thighs. Good. Begin rocking up and down, gently up and down the length of your mat. Rolling all the way up and down the length of that spine. Use your core here. Turn it on. Good. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Doing as many of these as it feels good for you. And then meeting me at the top of the mat in a little crisscross applesauce, okay? I'm going to turn to face you just so you can see me here. Good. Nice work, guys. So crisscross those legs. Maybe you draw one foot in front. If you're going to draw one foot in front of the other, please just make sure that you switch halfway through. I'll try and prompt you, but I can't promise anything, okay, guys? Good. So if you're in this crisscross applesauce, just come in comfortably here. Find a nice seated position just for a moment. Sukhasana. Start stacking the head over the heart and the heart over your pelvis. So you're really lifting from that pelvic floor. If you need to, take the flesh from underneath your bum and move it out of the way so you can really ground in through those sits bones. Good. Stacking that head tall, really reaching this energy from the pit of our belly all the way up through the crown of the head and up and out. Good. Smile. Have fun with this, guys. Enjoy your practice. Honor your practice. Good. Bring the hands to heart center for just a moment. Come back to that breath and close your eyes. Taking a moment to do a body scan here, starting at the crown of the head. Keep lifting from that pelvic floor. Don't sink down here. Really lift up. Good. With the eyes closed, elbows out to the sides of the room. Inhale deeply. Exhale, drop those shoulders back and down. Good. Open the eyes, smile. Awesome. Reach those hands out forward and turn the palms face down. So the backs of the hands are facing the front of the room and your palms are coming in towards you. Good. Now, those shoulders are probably reaching out. I want you to draw them back and down into the shoulder sockets and then just press through the backs of the hands. Maybe you want to take the opposite fingers and just draw them along the back of the hand, creating a nice little stretch through our wrists. Good. Switch hands here. Nice. If you have one foot in front of the other, after we're done with this stretch, this is when we're going to switch, okay? Nice. Inhale, swing those arms up and back. And then to give me a slight back bend, cactus the arms, drop the head back, let the chest lift. Good. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, drop those hands out. Shoulder length right in front of your shoulders. And then draw those shoulders back in their sockets. And this time turn the palms so they face the wall. Imagine you're pressing against a wall here. Good. Maybe shift those shoulders back in their socket a little farther. Nice. Press the room away. Good. Breathe. Good. Nice deep breaths. Remember to keep that length from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Good. Inhale, reach all the way up for the sky. Exhale, drop the right arm into an L shape and swing the left arm up and underneath, going into a little Gomukhasana arms. These are going to be eagle wrapped arms. So this is Garuda arms, not Gomukhasana. We're not working there yet. We're going to work into those legs here in a second. We're starting with the arms, starting with the hands. So once you wrap up these arms here, drawing those palms together as close as you can, start to draw the thumbs towards the nose, squeezing in through the elbows. Good, smile. Look out at those thumbs. If your palms aren't together, maybe you're grabbing a hold of that right thumb with the left fingertips. Good. Garuda arms. Eagle wrap pose. Keep breathing. Keep drawing the shoulders back and down. Holding here, starting to open up through the shoulders. Opening up through those forearms. Really working to get the palms to touch. Good. Keep smiling. Keep having fun with this, guys. Awesome. Couple more breaths. Big, deep belly breaths here. Each exhale gives us the opportunity to really squeeze those arms into the chest. Draw those thumbs towards the face. Good, nice. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Drop the arms to the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm up and start to bend through the right arm, drawing the left bicep over the left ear. Draw the left shoulder back. Open up. Good. Inhale, reach up. Draw the right arm to meet. And then drop the left arm down. Moving on to the other side. Bend through the left elbow. Draw the right bicep over the right ear. Good. Right shoulder back. Open up. Good. Inhale, come back up. Drop the left arm out in front of the face. Swing the right arm up and underneath that left bicep. Interlacing those arms. Eagle wrap them arms. Garuda. Good. Working to draw the palms to touch one day. They'll get there one day. Otherwise, we're holding on to that left thumb with the right hand. Working those fingertips up the hand. Then draw the thumbs towards the face. Squeeze the shoulders back and down. Good. Lifting up from that pelvic floor. Don't lose your gumption here. Really lift from the pelvic floor all the way up that spine. Imagine a current of energy flowing out of the top of your head. Good. Looking forward into those thumbs. Feel this nice stretch. Each exhale gives us that opportunity to drop those shoulders down. Really squeeze those arms together. Nice, guys. Nice work. Good. Couple more breaths here. Really pressing into the palms. Good. Inhale deeply. Last one. Fill that belly up full. And exhale, gently release. Let it go. Nice. Nice work, guys. So now I want you to rotate, roll over your knees, because most of you should be facing one end of your mat. Roll onto your knees and come into that extended child's pose. So you're going to start by bringing the big toes to touch and let the knees go super wide on the mat, okay? Sink the hips down into the heels and start to walk that belly in between the thighs. Bring the forehead into the mat and release everything here. Let it go. Now, if this is super intense for you, grab a hold of that pillow that you brought in with you and tuck it really far up and in between those legs, right up underneath that belly. And then start to walk the belly over the pillow. Maybe you stack your fists here so you can have a little head prop. Maybe that forehead's into the mat now or into the pillow. Find a way to release and let go. Maybe walk those fingertips forward just a little bit, then press down through the palms and push back, shifting those hips down to the heels. Now, if you're super flexible in this posture like me, maybe you're really working that belly in towards the mat. Breathe. Nice hip opener here, guys. Good. Staying here for several breaths. Opening up. Good. If your chest is on the mat here, feel free to turn on to one of your ears. Just make sure that that ear is really pressed into the mat. If it's not quite into the mat, you can't quite go that far for your shoulders or your neck this time. I don't want you to strain your neck, but I want you to start to feel a nice stretch through your back. I'm still here. Keep breathing. In and out through that nose. Each exhale gives us that opportunity to really sink those hips down into the heels a little farther. Good. If you turned on to one of your ears, go ahead and turn to the other ear now. Good. Stick with it here, guys. Use your breath in and out through that nose. Nice, full, deep breaths. Feel your clothing expand on your back as you inhale. Feel everything melt even closer as you exhale. Let it go. I'm sure your legs are starting to talk to you here. With these practices, it's really important that when we start to feel that anxiety building up into any sort of spot, right now it's probably your hips and your thighs, think about taking an inhaled breath, taking some fresh oxygen, inhale, and then send that fresh breath into that spot that might be tender, might be really screaming at you. Good. Use that breath to send that fresh oxygen there. Allow it to release and push out any tension. Nice, you guys. Nice work. 2 more breaths on this other side. Good. Now, listen carefully. Everybody draw your forehead into the mat. Rock it side to side on that third eye for just a moment. Use your palms as you're here to really press back, shifting those hips to the heels. Breathe deeply in and out through that nose. Good. Listen carefully. Start to press down through the tops of the feet and through the shins. This should be what lifts you up. Good. Shift those hips forward. Move those knees underneath those hip points. Curl onto the toes and lift those hips. Downward dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Good. Feel that release through the toes. Feel that release through the legs. Feel that fresh blood coming back in. Good. Now let's start to set our down dog strong for just a moment here, just a few beats. Spread the fingers wide, wrist creases parallel with the top of the mat. Now take the eyes of the elbows and shift the eyes of the elbows so they're at the top of your mat, facing towards the top of your mat, and there's a micro bend in those elbows. Now, the facing of those eyes forward, that's going to allow those shoulders to come back and down the back side of the body. Rotate the upper arm bones up and out. Now, think about having a block in between your thighs and squeeze that block. Spiraling those thighs in towards one another. Micro bend in the knees is going to help activate everything else. It might lift your heels. That's okay. You're working to get those heels down one day, but keeping that nice little micro bend so we don't blow out our knees. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. Shake the head no. Now nod it yes. Good. On your next inhale, ground down through the left foot, right leg lifts. 3-legged dog, Eka Pada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Now shift it forward, all the way forward. Right knee comes to right elbow. Hold. Point that toe. Then exhale, shift it back. Inhale, right knee comes across the body to the left elbow. Hold. Exhale, shift it back. Last time. Inhale, knee to the right elbow, and then drop it down to the right wrist. Allow that leg to hover. Hold here. Then drop it down. You know where we're headed. Start to shift that left leg back. Moving into our Ekapada Rajakapotasana, or King Pigeon pose here. So we're going to move into sleeping pigeon first. What I want you to focus on here is that this right thigh is parallel with the outside edge of your mat. The knee is faced towards the top of your mat. And you're working to get this right shin to one day become parallel with the top of the mat. Now see, mine's not quite there yet. That's why I'm like leaning towards the camera so far. So I need to start to draw my left heel back in towards my groin a little bit so I can square up through the hips. Create like a little balancing act here. Now look over your left shoulder and make sure that you have a nice pointed toe. From the tip of that toe all the way up to your hip point, you should have a nice straight line. Good. Press through the palms and lift through the sternum. Extend that chest towards the sky. Look towards the sky. Good. And then start to fold that belly over that thigh. Fold the belly over that calf, or that shin, I should say. Maybe once you get down here, you realize you can walk that shin up a little bit. Do it. Walk it up, but don't defeat the pose here by leaning onto the right side. Make sure you're still keeping the extension through that back foot. And you have that foot, the right foot coming in. Now you can come down to the forearms first and then start to walk the hands out, bringing the forehead into the mat. Maybe this is super intense for you and you have that pillow nearby. You can always place that pillow down to place the forehead into. Or maybe you stack opposite fists or just the palms here to bring that forehead closer to the mat. Begin releasing in and letting go. Good. Feel the length through that left top of the thigh. Feel the circulation begin to release from that right leg. It's okay. I know it feels like that leg's going to fall off, but I promise you, I promise, it's not going to fall off. It'll still be there when we get done. Good. Keep pressing through the top of that back leg. And just continue to release everything into the mat. Good. So with this right leg forward, guys, we are working on our male-dominated side, our Pingala. So as we lay here, we have to remind ourselves that this pigeon pose is about forgiveness. So what I want you to do is really focus on somebody in your life, a male in your life, who needs some forgiveness. Put a picture of them right there in your mind's eye. What do they look like? Now, I'm not asking you to forgive this person entirely or forgive the ill deeds that they've done. I'm just asking you to send them some forgiveness so you can start to forgive yourself. Good. Keep releasing. Use that exhale to really fold it deeper and let everything melt into the mat even farther. Inhale some love. Exhale, send that person some forgiveness. Send that male in your life some forgiveness. Forgive them. Release yourself of the trauma. Good. Keep breathing, guys. Keep letting go. At this point, it's likely that your body is starting to talk to you. It's likely that those hips are starting to scream. Remember to use that inhaled breath, that nice, fresh, clean breath. And then remember to exhale, letting it all out, letting everything release down and let it go. Each exhale, we can take that breath and send it to those places of tension, sending it calmness and loving energy. Just a few more beats here, guys. Stick with me, stick with the practice. Good. Keep that breath in and out through the nose. Good. Last breath. Inhale deeply. Hold that breath at the top. And then exhale, melt everything into the mat. Take it to your edge. Hold it here. Good. Use your next inhale. Start to walk the hands towards the face. Begin pushing yourself up. Walk the hands around to frame that right knee. Lift up. Extend the chest towards the sky. Extend the chin towards the sky for just a moment. Good. If mermaid is in your practice, you can bend through that back leg here for just a moment and grab a hold. Otherwise, we're just lifting the chest to the sky. Good. Release. Release everything down. Press the palms into the mat. Now listen carefully so you don't hurt yourself here, okay? Curl onto those back toes and start to walk that leg forward just a little bit. Use your hands. Press up through the hands. Draw the right knee into the chest. And then kick it back. Three-legged dog before we drop it down. Extend out through that right heel. Extend that right foot long. Good. Drop it down. Pedal it out. Downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. You know where we're headed. Inhale. Ground through that right foot. Left leg lifts. Hip height. Exhale, shift the body weight forward. Left knee, left elbow, hold. Look forward. Exhale, kick it back. Inhale, left knee, right elbow. Cross that body, hold. Good, exhale, kick it back. Last time, inhale, left knee, left elbow, hold. Drop it down to the left wrist, hover. Good, now release it down. Extend that right foot long. Toes stretch out. We begin to release it down. You might want to walk this right toe back until you can release that entire leg into the mat. Now look back. Make sure you have that straight line going from the tip of the toe. Get that pillow out of the way. From the tip of the toe all the way up to that hip point. Good. Now this left heel, the easier it is, the closer it is to the groin area, the easier it's going to be. So let's start to walk this foot up until you begin leaning over to the left. Then draw it back in one rock and come back onto those, come back onto the top of that left leg, and the outside edge of this left thigh is still parallel with the left side of the mat. Good. Look up to the sky, extend the chest up towards the sky, open up. Smile. Exhale. Begin to fold it over that leg. Coming down into that pigeon, the sleeping pigeon on this left side. Walk the hands out in front. Maybe grab a hold of that pillow if you need, placing it underneath the forehead. Maybe once you're here, you don't feel any stretch on that left leg. Start to walk the left shin up. Now don't come onto your left hip. We want to still see an extension through this right leg. So make sure that you're balancing properly here. Working to open up. This pose eventually takes us into a forward split, you guys. So if you think about that forward split, where our bodies are lifted and that front leg would be out in front. That forward splits, that's how you want to think about it when you're looking at this right leg, okay? So now forehead is stacked on top of the fists, or maybe stacked on top of the hands. Maybe you've walked those hands out, you've got your head on a pillow or on that mat. And just breathe, guys. Starting to release into this left side. Good. Working on the female-dominated side, if you hadn't already guessed. This female-dominated side is called our Ida. So when the Ida and the Pingala are really like doing their dance, they're in a kind of uniform state, they're allowed to do this dance up and down the midline of our body, and that's called the Sushumna, or the Sushumna Nadi. That's the dance that they do. When our bodies are allowed to have that beautiful Sushumna, then we're in homeostasis. Our bodies are moving at their optimal best. Good. Keep that forehead into the mat. And keep releasing here, letting it go. Using that breath, using each exhale to fold a little deeper. And a little deeper. And I promise you, just like on the other side, this left leg is not going to fall off. We're cutting off the circulation on purpose. Okay, we want to bring fresh blood, fresh oxygen back into that left leg, allowing us to release anything that isn't serving us anymore on this left side and bring in fresh, clean thoughts and energies to fill our bodies and create that nice balance. So you guessed it, I want you to think of a female in your life, someone who needs your forgiveness. Still pressing down through the top of that right foot. Each exhale gives us that opportunity to fold a little deeper. Just breathe. Keep breathing. I'm still here. I haven't left you. Still moving through this breath. Each inhale, take that fresh breath in and send that breath into those places of tension, into those places that might be causing you some pinching or anxiety. And just breathe. I can definitely tell that my left side, this side is much more tight than my other side was. So that's just a reflection of what we talk about with the male and female dominated side. So, you know, each side needs something a little different. And so if we can work to find out what that is, what those needs are, and provide that, we can help ourselves in the long run. Keep breathing. Keep using that exhale to melt a little deeper. And a little deeper. Good, just a few more breaths. Nice work, you guys. Last couple of breaths here. Sending that forgiveness out. Drawing love in. Good, really taking it to your edge. Inhale deeply. Let everything melt in. Good. Start to walk the hands towards the face and begin to press yourself up. Bring the hands to frame through that knee and lift the chest towards the sky. Lift the chin to the sky. Look up. Open up. Draw the shoulder blades together here. Maybe you bend through that right leg and grab a hold for mermaid for just a moment if it's in your practice. 2 breaths. Good. On this last one, start to press in through the palms, curl onto that back toe. Maybe walk it forward a little bit. Really lift up, bring that left knee in, and then shift it back. 3-legged dog for just a moment before we release it down. Good, release it down. Pedal it out. Nice work, you guys. Great job. Good, drop down to the knees, hips width apart. Shift forward onto the hands and reach that right leg up to the sky. Swing it all the way up and then cross the right leg in front of the left. Good, so the right leg is starting to squeeze onto that left thigh. Draw the left foot across towards the back and begin to sink yourself down onto your bum. Here's our Gomukhasana legs, our cow pose legs. So I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what we're doing here. So we started on all fours. We took that right knee up and swung it all the way up in front of and came onto our butts, allowing that right leg to stack on top of the left. Start to work those heels back. Maybe you want to grab a hold of the flesh on that calf and move it out of the way. That'll help get that leg a little closer to coming down on top of the other. Now we're working to get our knees so they're in alignment here. Mine aren't quite there. My right hip's a little less open today than I'd like it to be, but that's okay. Every day is different. That's why I love yoga. There's always somewhere to go, you guys, always. So honor the space you're in today. Honor what your body's telling you today. Maybe you want to take the palms and press down into the soles of the feet. Maybe give yourself a little massage. Good. Just breathe, inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Good. You guys are doing great today. Lots of hips today. Lots of thighs today. So as you go about your day today, if you feel any soreness, don't be afraid to massage yourself, guys. Give yourself some love. If you're not going to do it, there's nobody else who will, especially right now because we don't have any massage therapists in this weird time. So, make sure that you're still loving on yourself when you can, okay? Now, if you need a little bit more, if you're not feeling the stretch through your hips here, through those IT bands once more, maybe you want to grab a hold of those ankles. Lift up through that sternum. Everyone should be lifted here, stacking the crown over the heart and the heart over the pelvis once more. But maybe you want to take it a little further and you really extend that chest forward and start to fold over that top leg. Drawing the breast past the knees if you can. Maybe you start to walk the hands out in front. Let the head round over. Feel that nice stretch. Begin opening up through the right hip. Good. Breathing here, guys. Maybe close the eyes if it feels good. If you're up and seated, just make sure that you're reaching the crown of the head high, stacking that head over the heart and the heart over the pelvis. Good. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. Keep honoring yourselves here, guys. It's so important to really honor this space that you create for yourself. Especially with our at-home practice, it's so much easier to say, well, nobody's watching, so I'm just going to let myself out of the pose. Challenge yourself, you guys. You're the only one who's going to challenge yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. We're just guides. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Really show yourself that challenge. Because when you succeed, you're going to be like, wow, look what I can do. Nice work, guys. So slowly start to rise out if you were folded forward. Come on out. Good. Everybody bring the hands, drop them behind your booty. Now real fancy move here. Kick those legs up and open. And now draw the right leg up and under and the left leg on top. Start to walk that left foot back. Now make sure that you don't draw these heels under your bum so far that you can't get those sits bones into the mat. You want to make sure that the sits bones can sit into the mat. So maybe even gathering up that flesh from underneath your bum, and then start to walk this foot on top. Now, again, grab that calf flesh. We can always move that flesh out of the way. Sometimes we need to get it out of the way to get a little deeper into the pose and start to really feel that stretch. Now, once again, taking the palms to the soles of the feet. Give yourself some love here. Opening up. Working to stack the left knee over the right. Mine, once again, isn't quite there today, and that's okay. I'll get there one day. I haven't practiced this one in a while, so it makes a difference when you practice every day. That's why they call it practice, right? Good. Pressing down through the soles of the feet. Extending the crown long. Maybe you start to fold it forward. Hinging, keeping that spine long. And then rounding the forehead in. Hanging the chin over the shin. Or maybe walking those hands out and rounding the forehead into the knee. Find your space, find what feels good, but we're working to get that nice stretch through the left hip and making sure that our sits bones are staying grounded into the mat below. So if you started to fold forward and you got about halfway and it was like, oh my God, I can't do this, grab that pillow, place it on that top thigh. Really tuck it into that belly space and then fold it over. This gives you a little bit more length. And this way you can really feel that compression in the belly when you fold it over. Good, breathing here for just a few more moments. Feeling that left hip open up. Nice. Keep breathing, keep that breath. I'm not gone, I'm still right here. Good, maybe you want to start to walk the hands up and give those thighs a massage while you're here. Another reminder to love yourself today, honor yourself today. If you need to stop and give yourself some love, massage, rub some good lotion in or something like that, do it. Love yourself today. Good, maybe you press into the soles of the feet once more, really lifting up. Smile. Good job, you guys. Nice work today. We just have a few more poses before we get all finished up. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky and give me a gentle back bend. Let it go. Good. Inhale, reach up. Drop those hands behind you. Unwind. Draw the legs out in front. Maybe once again lifting up through that flesh, moving that flesh out of the way. A little staff pose here, seated staff pose. Flex through the feet. Imagine you're standing against a wall there. Now you can bend through the knees as much as you need here, but I want you to work to allow a little bit of weight to come into those thighs. Really begin pressing down. You can even press down to the point where your heels start to come off of the mat. Lengthen through those legs. Stack head over heart, heart over pelvis. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's fold it forward, keeping a bend through the knees as much as you need. Keep flexing through those feet. Begin to round it out and bring the forehead into the knees. Feel a release in that lower spine. And just let it go, maybe dropping the forearms by the legs. Feeling the compression in the belly here. Start flexing those feet harder, working to play a little bit of weight into those thighs. Good. Allow the exhale to really tuck that belly up and underneath the rib cage and fold a little deeper. Nice work, you guys. Inhale deeply. Exhale, fold it all the way to your edge. Hold it here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and slowly with a rounded spine, begin to come on up. Release the feet. No need to flex anymore. Shoulders come back and down and away. Scoot it back on your mat and come down into Shavasana. Let it go. Maybe you grab a hold of that pillow if it's nearby. You can place it underneath your head for now. Maybe you want to go into that traditional Shavasana. Zip up through the legs. Shoulders come back and down and away. Good. Melt everything away here for just a breath. Good. Smile. Turn the corners of your mouth up. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Good. Now start to walk the feet up towards the booty. Moving into Supta Badrasana. Round angle pose. Draw the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall apart. Like you're opening up a book here, guys. Now the inside of your legs here are working to create a nice little triangular shape. Maybe this is super intense on those thighs. The farther you walk those toes down towards the end of the mat, the easier this pose is going to get. But again, I want you to challenge yourself. Just because you're at home and you don't feel like anybody's holding you accountable, doesn't mean you shouldn't hold yourself accountable. Maybe you draw the hands and place them onto the inner thighs, allowing gravity to help peel those legs open a little bit more. If you'd like to really complete the stretch here, maybe you draw the arms up above the head and grab for opposite elbows, or placing the hands together in prayer just above the crown of the head. just to complete this infinity symbol, this figure 8 that we've created with our bodies. Inhale deeply, really filling that belly up with air. Exhale fully, really releasing that spine, releasing that belly button towards the spine. And just let it go. If the palms are into the thighs, try not to press onto the thighs, but just use the weight of your hands to allow gravity to help peel those knees closer to the mat. If you're grabbing for opposite elbows, maybe think about switching your grip here and grabbing the other elbow on top this time. Close the eyes and just let it go. Remembering that if you want to catch any of these videos later, we've started uploading them to our YouTube channel. Please go look us up, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you can see when new videos have come up. Remember that if you have any questions at all, feel free to message us or reply under the comments. We do our best to get back to you right away, especially in this time. We want you to feel safe in your yoga practice, especially at home. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you're doing it right when you're at home, so it's nice to have feedback when you need it. Good. If the arms are up above the head, use an inhale to reach them all the way back and down. Everybody walk the fingertips to the outside edge of your thighs. And use your next inhale to close those legs like you're closing a book. Good. Windshield wiper those legs side to side. Good. Now, soles of the feet into the mat. Extend the arms out long. Press into the soles of the feet. Lift the hips off the mat about 3 to 4 inches and set them over to the left side of your mat. Now, you have a funky little S curve going on with your spine. That's okay. We're going to kick up off the feet and start to draw the knees in towards the chest. Still in that funky little curve, start to drop the knees towards the right side of your body. Think about bringing the knees towards the right elbow as you drop them down. This will keep a nice right angle with your legs. Now, flex those feet like you're standing against the wall behind you or at the bottom of the mat, and draw that left shoulder down. Jatari Parivartanasana, intense side belly stretch here. If you'd like a little bit more, you can even think about kicking the soles of the feet out towards the right side of your mat, lengthening out through the legs. Maybe you keep those knees bent and those feet flat. Working to keep that left shoulder grounded, guys. If that left shoulder is into the mat, feel free to look out over those left fingertips and you can feel a nice stretch start in the right shoulder and the right neck. Good. Let the belly hang heavy here. This is one of those few poses where we really let that belly hang heavy. That's funny. Now, if you have that pillow and you're having some struggle getting this top leg to meet the bottom leg, take that pillow and place it in between the legs and then put that leg back down. We want to be able to release here in this pose and really let go. You should be feeling a great stretch all through the outside of this left hip and into that belly. We're rinsing out through this side here. Maybe even take your fingers, spread them wide, and use those fingers to press gently in between the rib cage. Just massaging through the rib cage, opening up through that left side. Nice work, guys. Keep flexing those feet hard. If the eye gaze is over to the left, draw that eye gaze back up to the ceiling. Keep grounding down through the shoulders. On your next inhale, draw your knees back into your chest. Drop the soles of the feet into the mat and recenter yourself on the mat. Recenter the spine, tuck the shoulder blades back and down. Maybe even draw the knees into the chest and give yourself a little kiss. Tell those knees thank you for helping you with your practice and helping you through your day today. Maybe rock it side to side for just a moment, releasing any tension in that lower spine. And then drop the heels back into the mat, knees up. Shoulders or arms go wide like airplane wings. Lift up from the pelvic floor. Lift the booty off of the mat and then shift the hips over to the mat about 3 to 4 inches to the right. Kick up off those feet and draw the knees towards the chest. Create that funky S-curve here. Flex the feet and then start to drop the knees towards the left elbow. Opening up here. Drop those knees towards the side of the room. Jatari Parivartanasana. Intense side belly stretch. Keep flexing those feet hard, thinking about creating a nice right angle with your legs. Standing against that imaginary wall, maybe grabbing a hold of that pillow and placing it in between the thighs if that right thigh doesn't want to stack on top of the left completely. Now, if your right shoulder is grounded into the mat, feel free to drop the eye gaze over towards those right fingers, increasing the stretch through the left side of your neck into that trap. Allowing everything to hang heavy here. Let that belly go. Let the belly hang heavy. Keep flexing through the feet, working this nice stretch through the right side of our body. You can take those fingers, spread those left fingers wide, and really start to plug into the side of those ribs on the right side. Now, be gentle, but feel the fingers actually get in between those ribs. Moving the fascia right there, bringing fresh oxygen and fresh blood into the rib cage, into all those little spots that may not get moved around when we do our normal yoga flow. You guys are doing great here. Keep flexing those feet hard. If you're looking out over those right fingertips, draw that eye gaze back up. Take the left hand and peel that right thigh just a little bit. Good. Now extend those arms out. On your next inhale, draw those knees up towards the chest. Then drop the soles of the feet into the mat. Recenter your spine by giving yourself a great big hug here. Interlace all 10 fingers over those shins or grab a hold of opposite elbows. Bring the chin into the chest and the forehead into the knees. Opportunity to give those knees a kiss. Good. Maybe you want to do a couple of circles with the ankles while you're here. Makes it a little easier if you cross the ankles. You can rotate those ankles and flex the feet and gently release the head back into the mat. Release the shoulders back into the mat. And then slowly draw the soles of the feet into the mat and begin windshield wipering those legs side to side as you take a slow walk with those feet all the way down to the end of your mat. Moving as slow as you can here, feeling the nuance of the stretch or the release of that lower spine. Good. Taking as much time as you can here. When you think you've moved slow enough, slow it down a little bit more. Just taking a few beats, a few breaths to get ourselves all the way down into that final Shavasana. Good. Start to lengthen through the legs when you get there. Just being uber gentle with your body here. Maybe you want to walk the soles of the feet out towards the edges of the mat and reach the arms up, coming into a little starfish pose. Maybe you move into that traditional Shavasana, drawing the heels together, let the toes fall out, zip up through those legs. And then the shoulder blades come back and down. Everybody tuck that chin into the chest. Lengthen the spine on the mat. Just breathe. In and out through that nose. Go ahead and close your eyes. Start to focus on that breath. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling fully. Good. Now bring your hands together in prayer right there at your heart. Press the thumbs in, squeeze the fingers together, elbows out to the sides of the room, really grounding down through the shoulders and the back of the head. As you say to yourself here, I feel the truth in my heart. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Draw the thumbs up to the lips or up to the throat. Inhale deeply. Say to yourself here, I speak my truth. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Draw those thumbs all the way up to the third eye. Press into the third eye with those thumbs. Extend the elbows out towards the sides of the room. Eyes are still closed. Feel the pressure into that third eye. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, say to yourself, I intuit the truth from my thoughts. Release the hands down by your sides. Come back to your breath. In and out through the nose. Finding this time to settle in here. Maybe once the video ends, you stay in Shavasana and just continue your meditation. Once again, my name is Rachel. If you haven't flown with me before, it's been such an honor to be with you guys and guide you guys today. Just remember that that light in me honors and reflects that very same light in you. With all of my heart to yours, namaste, guys.